Good job. We should go live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Saying hello to everybody, to our audience. Hi. We are live on Multilingual Kids live. To answer your questions, say hello, and start our weekend on the right foot. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Good morning, Ronnie. What time did you get up today?
I don't know.
You don't know. So what? Tell us what did you do yesterday on Friday night?
Went to Nato's.
Tell everybody here.
Went to Nato's house.
Who's Nato?
My cousin.
Uh-huh. So your cousin. How many cousins do you have?
2. I know more.
2 who live next door.
Yes.
And many more in Japan. So why do you have family in Japan?
Because I have family in Japan.
Because you have family in Japan. Who is Japanese in the house? Mommy. So family on mommy's side. So do you speak Japanese?
Yes.
What else do you speak?
Spanish.
Look into the camera. Tell the audience.
Spanish.
What else? How is it that hard?
What else?
What are you speaking now?
Spanish, English.
Oh, we have Yanni. Buenos días, Yanni. Speaking of Spanish, you can say buenos días a mil legacy or Yanni.
Hola.
Díselo, ¿cómo está?
Hola.
Ya se fue tu au pair y ya no hablas español. Despiértate.
No.
Despiértate. Oh, come on. Wake up. Mira, Yanni te dice buenos días.
Buenos días.
A ver, Yanni está en California o alguna parte en los Estados Unidos, ¿no?
¿Cómo sabes?
Porque Yanni va a ser un guest en el Raising Multilinguals Live con nosotros en julio, creo. Ajá. So we're here. We are a family of, how many are we? We're 6 in the immediate family. Mira, si te pregunta.
10 años.
Pues díselo. ¿Cuántos años tiene?
Tengo 10 años.
10 añitos. ¿Desde qué edad empezaste a aprender español?
3. No, 4.
3.
No, 4.
No. Empezaste a los 3 años.
No.
Y Yanni dice que está en New Jersey. New Jersey. ¿Sabes dónde estás?
New Jersey Devils.
Ajá, muy bien. Estamos bastante cerca. Cuando fuimos a Boston, es como a 3 horas de Boston, ¿no? Y su hija tiene 8 años.
Sí.
8 años. ¿Tu hermana cuántos tiene? ¿Cuánto tiene tu hermana?
9.
9 años. Valimuri. Ajá, hola. ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Dónde están ustedes?
Canadá.
Pregunta. ¿Dónde en Canadá? Quebec. La provincia de Quebec. Estamos cerca de Montreal. ¿Y aquí qué se habla? ¿Qué idioma se habla aquí?
Francés.
Entonces, ¿cuáles son los idiomas que hablas? Hoy hacemos un live en español, entonces. Depende. Maki. O en japonés. Makiが入ってきたよ。Maki って誰だ？覚えてるか？何を教えてくれた人？
スノーボード。
スノーボードを教えてくれた人
ワックス。
ワックスを教えてくれた人スノーボードを教えてくれたのかワックスを教えてくれたのか
スノーボードのワックス。
スノーボードのワクシングね。Bueno, ¿qué estábamos diciendo? Ya, siéntate bien, niño. A ver. A ver, ya. Okay, ya. Yeah, we're looking for dog training collar. Maybe we'll put a training collar for you. Our dog goes outside and just runs around and goes to neighbor houses. So now we gotta try to train her to stay within our yard. So we've been looking at that. If you guys have any suggestions, okay, read the question because we've got other people on this site on YouTube and others. Read the question. Come on, wake up. Speak up.
How many languages?
Come on, stop. This is why it's so hard to do lives with kids. Yeah, they have a different sense of humor. Okay, so Danny asks, how many languages do you speak? What language do you speak? How many is that? So which 5?
Spanish.
100%.
French. English.
Okay.
Japanese.
Okay. What's the
And
last
then
one?
What was the last
The
one?
last one. Which is the one we speak?
Which one was it? The one I always speak
With your.
the one I always speak with my Chinese teacher.
With your Chinese teacher.
Which one was it? My Chinese teacher. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
we've got other folks.
Chinese.
Shout out. Hello. Harajuku Hara. Wow, Harajuku Hara 28-san. You know where Harajuku is? Harajuku. There's in Japan, in Tokyo, you have a train line called Yamamoto Sen. Yamanote Sen, which is like a big circle. And that circle is like the downtown area of Tokyo and then the outskirts. So on that line there's a famous station called Harajuku. Many people. It's like Halloween every day in Harajuku. So what are you doing? So we're here to field questions about raising multilingual kids. If you're interested in kids speaking more than one language, or we talk about different hobbies and skills, talents that our kids engage in. I guess we have the kids do hockey, skating, horseback riding, snowboarding. What else? What else do you like? Chess. What's that? Speak up. What is that? Ah, come on.
Rubik's
Yeah. It's early in the morning. Everybody's sleeping.
Yes!
So what else? Rubik's Cube is... Do you have one here? You should demonstrate what you can do with the Rubik's Cube. It's a pretty amazing. Oh, and Johnny says, language introduced simultaneously or sequentially. It depends on the kids. He had you had Mandarin, Japanese, and Mandarin and Japanese was originally introduced just because Daddy speaks Mandarin and Mommy speaks Japanese.
No, it's 2.
Up to age 2. Yeah.
And
Okay. Then
3.
we went to Taiwan.
No, 3.
No. We went to Taiwan,
Huh?
and you had English introduced through the local daycare. And then at age 3, we all came back to Canada, and that's when you had Spanish and French. Well, French due to the environment. We live in Quebec, and then we hired an au pair from Mexico. So that's when Spanish was introduced. So that's for his case. His sister Nika, just a little bit different, but essentially the same. It was Mandarin and Japanese first. And then when she came to Canada at almost 2 years old, she had the other 3. And then the third kid and the fourth kid had all 5 introduced at the same time. So English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, and Spanish. Jenny says her daughter is a hockey goalie. Do you know another hockey goalie who's a girl? You played with your goalie in when you were novice was a girl. Remember her name? Elissa. Elissa was a super good goalie. My goodness. So she had a good sense of position and everything. Aha. Sao Xuan says, hola, hi, ciao. Sao Xuan. I don't know if this person, his first language is Spanish or Italian or English, maybe. Hello, how are you? We like to start our Saturdays off with a little informal discussion, little interaction with the folks. The number of subscribers have been going up consistently on my YouTube channel, so I'm very happy about that. So we'd like to be able to give back. Okay, Sasha says both Italian and Spanish. Nice. Are you in Italy or are you in Spain?
And English because he's writing in English.
Yeah, but first language. So how do you say hello in Italian? How do you say hello in Italian?
I don't know.
You don't know? She wrote it here. Ciao.
I don't care.
Oh, he's from Peru. Peru.
He's from Peru.
I went to Peru. I went to Peru a long time ago. Long time ago. I had some anticuchos. Those are really nice. You know what
long time ago.
You know what's anticucho?
No.
It's I think it's pork heart, or is it beef heart? I don't know. It's heart. Very nice place. I went to Machu Picchu. I went to.
Do you see a difference between your eldest and your youngest language?
I went to Machu Picchu and I went to the Iquitos. Yeah. We have another comment here. Do you see a difference between your eldest and your youngest with language? Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because of the different exposures, because of the different, I guess. I mean, it's hard to create the same context for all the kids at the same time, even though physically they're in the same environment, but the people they interact with are different. And the younger kids, I guess, they have the older siblings with whom they would speak, the non-target language that we're trying to get them to speak amongst themselves. So they're getting more and more exposure to let's say, French and English, which are stronger for the younger kids. The older kids like him and Nika probably have stronger Japanese at the current time still, but French is probably going to take over pretty soon since they are educated in French. And also English, for some reason they have very strong English, even though we don't have a specific strategy for English.
Because Akila and Nika only watch YouTube on English.
Yeah, so YouTube and other inputs like that, and also their cousin speaks English quite a lot, even though they're francophones, but they like to speak English for some reason. Why do your cousins like to speak English? you know? Answer. They like to speak English. I think it's because they have another cousin who's actually Anglophone, and they really look up to that cousin. So whatever the reason, they like to speak English a lot, and that sort of spilled over to our house since they live just next doors. So they're here all the time, and they like to speak in English, and that's how our kids have now developed English quite a bit.
Anticuchos.
Okay.
And this.
Yes. Sarge one says, yes, anticuchos. Anticuchos are really nice, indeed. Okay. Chelsea Love, how are you? How are you? Bonjour, buenos días. London からこんにちは。こんにちは。ロンドンはどこだ？ロンドンはどこだ？
ロンガトンだと。
ロンガトン。So hard to have a kid just sit and behave. Okay, more comments from Sarge one. Sarge, yo hablo siempre en italiano con mis hijos. Muy bien, y mi esposa en español. Okay. ¿Y por qué? ¿Por qué les hablan en italiano? Danny, thank you. It was good talking to you. Have a great weekend. Yes, folks coming in and out. And that's just to say a little hello. And that's how we like to start our weekend, just to say hi and start our weekend. We've got a full schedule ahead. We're going to go around getting our yard ready this weekend. I'm about to buy some flowers and whatnot. So, y Saishwan dice, yo hablo siempre en italiano. Let's put that up on the screen here. Mira. Saishwan dice que hablo siempre en italiano con los hijos y la esposa en español. Muy bien. Saishwan dice, gracias. Léelo. ¿Qué dice?
Gracias a tus videos.
Speak nice. Speak nice.
Los aplico.
Speak nice. Come on.
Los aplico para que también ellos puedan ser políglotas.
Okay, gracias a tus videos y consejos los aplico para que también ellos puedan ser políglotas. Muy bien. So thank you, Saishwan. So yes, I've been making lots of videos.
Quelle heure est-il chez vous?
Conteste. Quelle heure est-il chez vous?
8h22.
Il est 8h22. Bon. Il est 8h22 du matin. Du matin, comme diraient les Français. Et Chelsea Love is, you're from London, but your first language is English? Not too sure. But you've got very good Japanese. 日本人かな? Ou français? Oui, il est français. Elle est française? Je sais pas. Stop! Yeah. So anybody speak Mandarin here? Ronnie and I, our basic communication tool or language is Mandarin. I speak Mandarin with the kids. Wifey is Japanese, so she speaks Japanese to the kids. And then we're in Quebec, so they go to school in French. And we have au pairs, so that's basically a live-in nanny who speaks Spanish to the kids. And then somehow they know English. Somehow they do English just through basically through cousins, also through some local folks here who speak English, and lots of input videos and whatnot. So read Chelsea Love's comment. You want to read it?
I was born and raised in Paris.
Uh-huh.
I am African French, but I have been living in London for 7 years.
Wow, très bien. Très bien. So she was born and raised in Paris. That's nice. I went to Paris a long time ago.
Didn't you say that the same thing with Peru?
Who?
With Peru.
What about Peru?
Didn't you say the same thing?
Yeah, but I went to Paris even many years before Peru. I went to Peru in 2001. Like literally 1 month before the 9/11 attacks. So it's very fresh in my memory. But Paris last time was even like way before that. We went through Paris when we came back from Taiwan. Okay. So on Instagram, Chelsea Love says, what does she say? I speak.
I speak francés, anglo, castellano. Aprendí al colegio de
Wow, sango se dice. Castellano, muy bien, okay?
English because I love in London.
Yeah, it's probably I live in London. で、日本語の部分は
私は日本語
勉強。なんで読めない私は日本語を勉強しています。なぜ日本語を勉強してるんですかポリグロットでもさ、なぜ日本語を勉強するいろんな言語ある中、なぜ日本語を勉強されてるんでしょうか日本語難しいでしょ。Japanese is not an easy language for Anglophones. For people learning or people who speak languages based on the alphabet, it's a big jump to go to Asian languages, whether it's Mandarin or Japanese, and there are people saying that there are people who say English. Japanese is harder than Mandarin. There are people who say Mandarin is harder than Japanese.
Mandarin
what do you
different.
think? Japanese is harder? Yeah, that's what I thought when I was younger. I always thought Mandarin was harder. But
Mandarin is harder for people that Japanese.
No, but if you're an English speaker, is it harder to learn Japanese or learn Mandarin?
Mandarin.
You think so?
Yeah. But I have more.
I have more
中国朋友.
中国朋友. That's right. I have more Chinese friends than Japanese. But she's learning Japanese for some reason. Well, so we're saying yes, Japanese or Mandarin, which one is harder? Okay, Chelsea Love says Japanese pronunciation is easier than Chinese. Japanese pronunciation is easier, yes.
Chinese.
Because it's like African languages. Wow, really? Yeah. Well, when I was learning Spanish, they told me you'll learn very fast because Spanish is like Japanese. So basically, it's very phonetic. So consonant vowel, Panama, so they said Spanish will be easy for Japanese speakers if it's a phonetic language. But I think it's easier for everybody since it's easy. It's not like French where there's like half the letters are not pronounced. But I had a friend who studied Japanese, both Japanese and Mandarin to a very, very high level. And he told me how he thought about this, and I think it's really nice. He said Mandarin is much harder to get into, to start, because of the pronunciation, the ma, the four, the different accents, the tones, I guess is what it's called. It's very difficult. But grammatically, Mandarin is much easier, especially when you get into the different levels of politeness and whatnot, formality. Japanese gets very, very difficult very quickly. And also Japanese have the kunyomi. kunyomi means pronouncing each character through different meanings, and that's very, very difficult for Japanese learners because one character can be read many, many different ways depending on the context of that character. Now, Mandarin, each character is pronounced one way, at most two. So that makes it much easier. So they say. So my friend said it's much easier to start in Japanese because of the pronunciation, and grammatically it's not that complex. But it's once you get in and you start to learn more in depth, then Japanese becomes very difficult very fast. Whereas Mandarin, it's hard to start, but then it's easier to progress from there. So. And so Chelsea Love says Japanese pronunciation is easier than Chinese because it's like African languages. So I'm assuming that means it's quite phonetic, right? And my Japanese friend visited Kenya, and when locals spoke Swahili, she thought it was
my
Japanese.
Japanese friend visited Kenya, and when locals spoke Swahili.
Swahili.
She thought it was Japanese. Similarly, when she spoke Japanese, Kenyans thought she spoke Swahili.
Yeah, when we watch programs in Korean, sometimes we feel like we understand, but then we don't understand anything. But then there's keywords that pop up here and there that sort of gives us a little bit of meaning, but in the end, it's 90%
useless.
No, incomprehensible. Okay. I'm saying because the pronunciation sounds like it's easy because it's quite phonetic also. Okay, Southland has another comment here on Solchwan says, what do you think about the method called Bebé Políglota? It's from Spain. Have you ever heard about it? Do you know? Bebé Políglota?
I think I know.
No, I don't really know Bebé Políglota. But can you maybe tell me a little bit about what the specific method is? Is it like baby talk? Basically, not just different languages, but even in your mother tongue, it's well known that babies respond better
also,
to baby talk.
Spoken in Congo has many words that are like Japanese words, like nani, ski. Yes, Korean has.
But wait, let me finish with the baby talk. But baby talk, since babies respond to it much more, people have higher tone. Oh, how are you doing, little baby? This kind of talk. The babies respond more to it. So if you want them to wait. So if you want to give your kids different languages through baby talk, that's I think it would be very effective since they will respond better to it. So you were saying we have different comments.
Morocco.
Hello.
Morocco.
Nice place. Also went there a long time ago. I went from Spain.
You said that Spain. With Paris.
Yeah.
Paris and Peru.
That's right.
Now you're saying it with Morocco.
Yes, I went to Morocco too. I went to many places. Hopefully, you will also go to many places because you have different languages. You know what they speak in Morocco? You know what's the language they speak in Morocco? You know? Answer the question. Do you know what they speak in Morocco? What do they speak in Morocco? Do you know? Guess. It's one of the languages that you speak.
Spanish.
No. Well, a little bit. Just at the very north point of Morocco, they speak some Spanish. But that's because of the people coming in from Spain. Like Tangier, that's where I went. I went from Spain. But
English.
They have two major languages. One is Arabic, which you don't speak. The other is French. We speak French in Morocco.
What the heck?
whoa. The comments are piling in now. We gotta go through them. Chelsea Love says, in Lingala, spoken in Congo. Many words that are like Japanese words.
Thanks in Morocco, we have Arabic, Berber, amazing, and French.
Korean word bug is like Japanese.
Soksan. Then they try to introduce 6 languages at the same time, repeating words at the same time with pics and some games.
Okay. So that's Bebé Políglota he was speaking about. In Japan, there's an organization called Hippo Family Club, or Hippo Family Club, and their slogan is like speaking 7 languages at the same time or something like that. And that's what they do. They have families gather and they would speak in different languages, and they say you can introduce 7 at the same time and the kids will be fine. That kind of stuff. Maybe it's something similar. Bebé Políglota.
You said
with
Peru, Paris. Morocco. Long time.
Long time before you were born. Here, Ultridi Mohammed says, thanks. In Morocco, we have Arabic, Berber, Amazi, and French. Many languages.
I thought it was amazing.
It is amazing. Every language is amazing.
Amazing. I thought that was amazing.
Yes. Well, it's nice to have many languages, yeah? Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap up pretty soon. We're starting off our day with it's a nice day today. The sun is out. We're gonna go out to the flower market and get some flowers. Get our yard ready for the spring and summer. So come back. Let's say goodbye to everybody. All right.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Bye now.
Goodbye.
See you next week. Oh no, actually next week we'll be off because Ronnie, where are you going next week?
Actually, yeah.
Ronnie has actually a math. Ronnie has a math competition. Can't get any more stereotypical than that. The little Asian kid who loves math. He's doing pretty well. So he's going to the provincial finals for the math competition.
Next week.
No, it's next week. It's next Saturday. So that's why we'll be on the road exactly at the time for this during this live. So we're gonna have to skip next week. Anyways, we'll see you in
next week.
Yeah, so we'll see you next week. Okay, see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
See you, everybody.